Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those rumors that could shake up the entire NFC North and really send shockwaves through the league. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could drastically alter the Green Bay Packers' offensive landscape. The buzz is swirling around Dallas Cowboys star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, who, according to sources like Adam Schefter, might be on the move to Green Bay in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. Yeah, you heard that right. The Packers could be making a bold move for one of the league's most explosive and talented WRs. So, let's break down what this might mean for Green Bay. CeeDee Lamb, who's been a cornerstone for the Cowboys since he was drafted, is an elite route runner with a knack for YAC, yards after catch, that makes defenses terrified. Lamb's route running is among the best in the league, and his ability to turn short catches into big gains could be exactly what the Packers' offense needs to elevate to a new level. Right now, the Packers are sitting at a solid 5-3-1 in the NFC North, but their passing game has been somewhat inconsistent. With the injury to Christian Watson and the questionable status of Romeo Doubs, bringing in Lamb could be the perfect remedy to boost their aerial attack and give quarterback Jordan Love a true game-changer. Let's also consider the context of the Cowboys right now. Dallas, sitting at 5-5, is in that tricky middle ground, not quite out of playoff contention, but also not in the clear. Their offense has scored just 232 points through 10 games, and they're dealing with some challenges on the OL, especially with young players trying to find their rhythm. The Cowboys are also facing cap constraints, with about $12 million in future cap space, and they're prioritizing a youth movement on the offensive line. Moving Lamb could be a strategic decision to free up about $18 million in cap space for 2026, especially as they look to rebuild after a season where turnovers and inconsistent production have hampered their chances. Now, let's zoom in on what Lamb could bring specifically to Green Bay. Over the 2025 season, Lamb has been nothing short of spectacular. He's racked up 85 receptions for 142 yards, averaging over 12 yards per catch, with 7 touchdowns. His PFF grade is an impressive 89, ranking him among the top wideouts in the league this year. Statistically, he's a route technician with a contested catch rate of nearly 50%, and he separates from defenders by about 2-3 yards per route. His yards after catch average is around 4.2 yards, but that number could improve in Green Bay because of their scheme and quarterback's ability to hit him in stride. What makes Lamb such a tantalizing target is not just his raw production, but his ability to elevate a team's offense. His presence could make the Packers' passing game much more explosive, especially in the red zone, where he's known for making contested catches and creating mismatches against opposing defenses. Pairing him with Watson and Doubs would give Love a trio of dynamic targets, forcing defenses to pick their poison. And considering the Packers' offensive line struggles, especially with injuries to Jenkins and Van Ness being questionable, having a receiver who can create space and win contested catches is a huge advantage. This potential trade also has significant implications for the Packers' playoff chances. Right now, Green Bay's offense averages around 24. 6 points per game, but with Lamb on the field, projections suggest that number could jump by over 20%, pushing them closer to 29 points per game. That's a massive boost in today's NFL, where every point matters, especially in tight playoff races. It's not just about boosting the offense, it's about giving Jordan Love a true weapon to unlock his full potential. His EPA per dropback is around 0.15, and with Lamb's ability to create mismatches against rival cornerbacks like Slay, the Packers could see a significant uptick in their offensive efficiency. From a strategic standpoint, this move could be akin to what the Packers did when they acquired Davante Adams in 2020. That trade elevated the Packers' offense and significantly increased their chances of making a deep playoff run. Lamb, with his contested catch win rate of about 48% and his ability to win against tight coverage, could serve as that kind of X-factor for Green Bay. His deep route accuracy hovers around 50%, and he's proven to be clutch in the red zone with a 28% share of red zone targets. All of these numbers point to a player who can be a true difference maker in big moments. Of course, the Cowboys are being cautious here. They're trying to prioritize their offensive line youth and rebuild for the future, especially as they face cap limitations and want to develop their younger players. Moving Lamb would save them about $18 million in cap space in 2026, giving them more flexibility to focus on building that line and their defense. It's a classic rebuild move, shedding a star receiver for future assets and cap relief, even if it might sting a little in the short term. Now, what about the impact on the NFC North? Well, if this trade goes through and Lamb arrives in Green Bay, it could elevate the Packers' Super Bowl odds quite a bit. Currently, their odds are around plus 1,200, but with Lamb in the fold, those could drop to around plus 500, reflecting a much more serious contender. The added threat in the passing game would make the Packers' offense more unpredictable, forcing defenses to game plan around him, especially when considering his ability to neutralize safeties like Blankenship and create mismatches against their cornerbacks. This move could be the kind of catalyst that pushes Green Bay from a good team to a legitimate Super Bowl threat. And let's not forget the historical context here. When the Packers acquired star players in the past, like when Adams boosted the team in 2020, it immediately shifted the entire dynamic of their offense. Lamb could do the same, revitalizing a passing game that has been somewhat inconsistent this season. His presence could also open up the running game, as defenses would be forced to respect the aerial attack, giving Lloyd and the ground game more room to operate. The Packers' defense, giving up around 4 points per game, would also benefit from a more balanced offense, controlling the clock and reducing the pressure on their secondary. As we look ahead, a move like this would also send a message across the league. The Packers are serious about competing now, not just rebuilding. It's about making a statement to NFC contenders that Green Bay is back in the game and ready to challenge for another Super Bowl. This trade, if it happens, could be the spark that ignites the Packers' offense and sets them on a path to deep postseason success. The NFL is a league of stars, and adding CD Lamb would be exactly the kind of star power Green Bay needs to stand toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Lamb would be the missing piece to get us back to the Super Bowl? Or do you believe the Packers should focus on other areas of the roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.